Hello everybody, my name is Stana. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here and to talk to you all and later on have conversations with you. So basically I was asked to speak and say why I am in Bulgaria. That's basically the first question I always get. So where are you from, Berlin? How cool? What are you doing here? Why are you here? Yeah, I'm here. And I'm not sure myself. It's a weird little country that kind of grabs you, kind of like gets you into its, it's very charming. So I came for 3 months on an internship when I was writing my diploma thesis. I was into economics, I was studying, and I just loved it so much here. And part of the reason is probably that my father is actually Bulgarian, but he never bothered to actually teach me the language or anything about the country. So when I came here, I just felt something in my blood and I thought I should stay a little bit and learn the language. And quickly I made a lot of friends and I also saw a lot of problems. And I just couldn't not do anything. So I started working in the nonprofit sector, I started working with Roma people, and I think the first thing that I did as an activist is join the organization of Sofia Pride. Because I just couldn't grasp how the attitude towards LGBT people in Bulgaria, that was one of the most startling things to me, because I thought, well, acceptance of LGBT people, of their rights, as their civil rights should be a given, but it's not. And yeah, when you say yes to one thing, all of a sudden you say yes to everything else. So I got involved into women's rights. And we started organizing the first Walk a Mile in Her Shoes. Maybe you know it. It's a walk of men in high heels to support women's rights and protests against domestic violence and sexual violence. And via that platform, we give information about domestic violence. We're trying to lobby for policy changes. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're trying to involve community via fun, easy platforms to start working on issues that are important when it comes to civil rights. So how is that connected to economics? I feel the best way to convince people is either to tell personal stories or to explain the logic of things. So when it comes to minorities, not only LGBTI minorities, but also ethnic minorities, I feel it's very important to bring them at the table. And no economy will thrive if you don't have like 20% of your workforce at the table. So we started developing projects such as business incubators, support systems. In 2012 we did a business incubator for Roma and refugees, where we kind of involved private enterprises, kind of foregoing the government, not waiting for them to get involved, but actually asked businesses in the private sector to get involved, and we found that works really well. And failure. Failure and success is something that I can't really define. I feel all the projects that we've been doing, it really depends from where you're looking at it. On one end, we're really not there yet. Any project, any thing that we're doing has not succeeded in a way that we wanted to succeed. On the other hand, we are making steps forward. So sometimes there's a day where I'm saying, well, this is all a failure, what am I doing here? It's not a very popular topic usually. If I meet somebody and they ask me what I'm doing and I'm saying I'm a human rights activist, I usually get like kind of a reaction like, oh, okay, I gotta get out. And it's kind of weird because when I go back to Germany or I meet somebody from the States or from some Western country, they think it's so cool. This is so great, this is amazing, we really appreciate that. And then you come back to Bulgaria and it's usually not something that is gets a lot of respect or a lot of support. But on the other hand, I'm actually very thankful to Bulgarian society, because if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for my conservative friends and my friends who are maybe very orthodox, I wouldn't understand really what I'm doing. And I'm learning from them so much, and it's kind of a success in my eyes, to go and have a beer with the Orthodox club or the conservative club, because they do have another grasp, another filter of the world that is very real and is very valid as well. And from there I get most of ideas, and this is where the conversation actually happens. So I think this is why I can't really quit, because everybody I meet, even though there might be some disagreements, I do learn something from them as well, and that's kind of a success in itself. And yeah, I think that's it.